My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. We are going to give you all of our bets for UFC Vegas 44 Font versus Aldo. If you have been watching consistently, you know that we are on like a streak of all streaks. It's defying logic. It makes no sense. I haven't lost a single dollar in the last 7 months, not $1. So let's hope that streak continues. All good streaks come to an end. Hopefully it's not this week. I feel pretty confident about a lot of these, but so far so good. Go to wewantpicks.com/bets. We have 5 different betting partners. 5. Every single one of them offers different features, different functionality, different pros and cons. Go into any of them or all of them, make a deposit, let me know, and I will send you $50. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, however you want it. I will send you $50. wewantpicks.com/bets. Jakey boy.
High five on those, man. High five.
Wait, let's jump right in. Right. Okay. So I mentioned I haven't lost a single dollar. Obviously, I've lost some bets, but up overall on the night every week. I haven't lost a single dollar in 7 months. This week, I took it a little farther than I normally do. I think the week off last week just got to me. But right out of the gate, you'll see I have Kyoji Hiraguchi. That's for Bellator 272. That's on Friday night, not Saturday night. That's not my bet. Dan came to us. Dan said that that's an awesome bet. It's going to hit. It's basically a guarantee. So I don't have enough information to like really break it down for you other than I've talked to multiple people, obviously including Dan, that has said Kyoji Hiraguchi is like unbelievable. So I hit that bet. I threw 2 units at it. I'm just tagging along. If you want to, great. The rest of these, I'll stand behind. Luis Smolka, -150. Listen, I think Luis Smolka is should be a bigger favorite than this. It's 2 strikers. They're going to go at it. Luis Smolka doesn't have the raw power that Vince Morales does, but he has the volume, he has the chin, and he has wrestling. So if he gets in trouble, he can wrestle. He can win this fight. I like Luis Smolka at -150. Then this is one that I really went back and forth on. Do I do a half a unit? Do I do a full unit? Do I just buy some points on the scorecard instead of a money line? I went with Zhalgas Zhumagulov over Manel Kopp. It's almost double money. +195 is crazy. Listen, his opponent, Manel Kopp, has power in his hands, is a legit threat, but he takes his time. He has no problem falling behind on the scorecards for some reason. And Zhalgas is a nasty wrestler who also has power. And I think he's just going to grind out a win, whether it's boring against the cage or actual takedowns. Why are you raising your hand?
That line has moved to +220 now. So if you're telling people to place that bet, they should really probably place it now.
Listen, if it's at +220, do a half a unit. You don't even need to do a full. Just do a half. I was going to do a half. And then I was like, I haven't lost in so long. Maybe like somebody up top is looking out for me. Let me see what happens. So I did a full unit. I got a couple of prop bets. But if you look, these are mostly safety net prop bets. So, for example, I have Maki Pitolo wins inside the distance, decision, no action. What that means is if Maki Pitolo wins by stoppage, KO, TKO, submission, whatever it is, I'll get paid at +140. If he gets his ass kicked and loses a bad lopsided decision, I get a refund, a full refund. The bet didn't happen. I get my money back. And Maki is tough. He's tough. Yes, he lost by submission in his last couple, but the reality is Todorovic is not submitting Maki Pitolo. It's not going to happen. So I like Maki here. I bet the safety net bet. I put a unit on that. Same exact bet with Jeremiah Wells. So Jeremiah Wells, another guy. He's got real raw power. He's a very good fighter. I like him in this spot. And the odds were interesting here because I got him at +120, and that's not that – I didn't have to give up a lot to have the safety net because it is possible that Jake Matthews takes him down and rides him out. That's very, very possible. But Jeremiah Wells is a BJJ black belt, so he should avoid getting submitted, and he has power in his hands. So, again, if he wins by stoppage, I'll get +120. If nothing happens, I get a refund, and no big deal. I place those at Bet Online. So if you go to wewantpicks.com/bets, we have 5 partners. The first one is Bet Online. That's where I got those. Make a deposit. Let me know. I will send you $50. Then I did the over on rounds for Mirzakhanov and Vandera. So Jared Vandera is freaking massive. The dude's 6'5". He cuts weight to make 265.
I didn't know he was 6'5". So me and him are the same height.
Yeah, you have very similar in build and stature and just athleticism, all the things. So yeah, that threw me off. He's 6'5". He's a massive, massive human being, and he's a wrestler. And now he's developed good long striking, good volume. Yes, he's fighting Mirzakhanov, who has nasty power, but he's small. That's a light heavyweight. So I'm not going to go as far as to bet on Vandera to win, but I will bet the over on rounds because I think Vandera will take his time, stay away, potentially try to shoot a takedown, and just play patty cake for a little bit before all hell breaks loose. I did the exact same thing with Crute versus Hill. Listen, Jimmy Crute is like a first round stoppage kind of guy, but Hill is dangerous. Hill is a capable fighter. I do think Hill's just ridiculous volume, ridiculous jab will frustrate Crute for a little bit. I have Crute winning this fight, but I think it'll take him a little longer than a lot of people expect. So I went over 1.5 rounds on that as well. I threw a unit on that. And then my last bet, another safety net. I have Brad Riddell wins inside the distance, decision no action at even money. And that's a great bet because, and you can bet either side of this one if you want Fiziev, but the odds are basically even. So I got a safety net bet with basically the same odds as a money line. And the reason I did Brad over Fiziev is I think Brad just has the more raw power, and Brad might implement some wrestling and potentially get a TKO on top. I have Fiziev winning this fight. I don't think he's going to knock out Brad Riddell. But I do think Brad Riddell could potentially stop Fiziev. So I've got the safety net bet here. Those are mine. Jakey boy, you got quite a few going on here.
I think we have the same amount of bets.
No way. Okay.
2, 4, 5.
And there's yours.
That's the same amount. I just counted.
Walk us through. I'll go walk the dog, make dinner.
I promise mine's going to be your long-winded answers. Listen, I got the Horiguchi bet. That was strictly because of Dan. I don't know anything about it, but Dan said this dude was a lock, so I went four units on Horiguchi. So, Dan, I swear to God, that's all I'm going to say. I went with Azmat here. The thing that does worry me about this fight is he is the undersized guy against somebody that could wrestle him. But these odds are already shifting. I jumped on it early at -172. I think they're at -220 now. They're probably going to keep pushing once people find out that this dude is a Russian that knocks people out. And that combination is just unbelievably deadly. And he's undefeated. So once people start finding the tape on that, I don't think a lot of people will realize that he's the undersized guy. So these odds are going to keep moving probably. Those are my 2 money line bets. Usually I don't do money line bets, and I definitely don't do favorites on money line bets. So this is actually a pretty conservative week for me. If you guys have seen my slides in the past, these are pretty conservative. I have a lot of the excuse me, sir. I have a lot of the same bets as Angelo, decision no action. I have some +3.5. So this is very conservative for me. So the 3.5s, I have Mallory Martin, Zalgas, and Chris. Mallory Martin is pretty much because we saw Cheyenne get headlock, takedown, and controlled an entire fight one time, and she never adjusted. And Mallory Martin can get those takedowns. I don't think Cheyenne should engage in the grappling, but Cheyenne's very stubborn and thinks she's the best everywhere, and she could be better than Mallory in that regard. But Mallory could also get on top and control her for at least a round. I'd put the +3.5 for -125.
Real quick, just an explanation
on first.
Yeah, I'm going to explain what +3.5 is.
Well, I know I was going to go through all mine, and then you can explain them.
I'm going to explain it now. So,
okay, so and then I have Zalgas at +3.5 because same concept.
So the +3.5, real quick before Jacob gets into it, because some of you just watch this on mute, copy the bets, and leave. So let me just explain it very quickly. +3.5, you're just buying points on the judges' scorecard. So Jacob's bet is just all that is saying is Mallory Martin only needs to win 1 round on the scorecard. If she can win 1 single round, then he will win. He'll get paid out at -125. +3.5. Ton of fun. Those are great spots. I just hit one with Michael Chiesa, lost the decision, but it was a 29-28 decision across the board. I got paid, and that's what Jacob's hoping for here. You're only going to get that. Bet Online is the only one that offers that again. So wewantpicks.com/bets. Bet Online, make a deposit. Let me know. I'll pay you $50. Jacob, sorry about that. Keep going.
Hey, no problem. I accept your apology. So then I have Zalgas in the same mind frame. You actually think he's going to win the fight. I actually think he's going to win the fight. I didn't go quite the money line bet because, every time it seems like I bet against Cop, he ends up losing me money. So I just went with the 3.5, just went around Zalgas and I'll be happy. And then this is kind of interesting with Chris Curtis, right? Because a lot of times with the 3.5, you take grapplers because grapplers can control an entire round. If they get somebody down, maybe a very high favorite striker, but they're not good at takedown defense, they can control them for a whole round and just win one round. This Chris Curtis, he is the boxer against a grappler. The reason I did the 3.5 is because we've seen Brendan Allen not use his grappling, right? So if he does not use his grappling and he tries to box with Chris Curtis, not only do I think that Chris Curtis can win that fight, but he can definitely steal around with his boxing because he is a much better boxer than Brendan Allen. So it's kind of the flip. Usually you don't see this with the 3.5. I love this 3.5, especially for the 165. Listen, if Brendan Allen grapples, this is going to be screwed. He's going to control the whole fight, but he's been striking with everyone else. So at plus 165, I couldn't take my eyes off that. And
it also gets covered if he wins by knock. If he wins anyway, that gets covered as well. So people always ask that. If Curtis knocks out Brendan Allen, you still get paid on this. This is just an insurance bet. You're buying a single round to help you win, but if he wins on his own, you get paid also.
Right, absolutely. And then we have the lock of the week. So every single week, I have a lock of the week. I didn't do the money line on Jeremiah Wells. I went a little bit more specific to try to get a little bit better odds. I like him to win inside the distance. And then I also, for some reason, I did inside the distance decisional action on top of it. I just realized I did that, but I put the two full units on with the decisional action, so a little bit lesser odds, but it's a little bit safer. And then another full unit with a plus 300. I just got so obsessed with the lock of the week, I just started throwing money at him. That happens sometimes. And then Rafael Fiziev, you don't think he can knock him out? He probably can't knock out Brad Riddell. They're two really good strikers, but he comes out like a cannonball in the first round. And I think he's going to know that he's up against, he's going to want to prove that he's the better striker immediately. So I just threw some money at the wall, just a half a unit at the plus 650 for Fiziev, first round KO, TKO. And then Dusko, I think you have the flip side of this bet because you have Maki for inside the distance.
That's exactly what I have. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I have the other flip side. Wins Isnide the distance decision no action for minus 170. I think he can. I think this is the way to play it because I think Dusko, while Maki is tough, Dusko is such a good striker.
Head up and high.
I understand. That's why I guess he could get knocked out. But the reason I did is because I think Maki is going to come in and try and grapple, right? So he could grapple Dusko the entire fight. But Dusko is an incredible striker, and he has like 4 or 5, I think like 6 or 7 first-round finishes. He finishes a lot of his fights. He's a better submission artist than most people realize. And if Maki tries to grapple, he's going to be there with the submissions. You said he can't submit them. Maybe not, but the odds are plus 285, so somebody thinks that he can. And so I put a full unit on that with decision no action. And then I have Hill Crute. You actually put me onto this. You have the same bet, right? Over 1.5 rounds for Hill Crute.
Yeah, you copied it in the breakdown.
Yeah, you told me about this, and I immediately live on stream. I placed the bet because I think that is absolutely perfect bet. I actually like Hill on the flip side. You like Crute in this fight. I like Hill slightly. Crute should dominate, but I think I agree. Over 1.5 rounds for minus 105. Now the fun part. We have a parlay that Angelo already made fun of. He said 2 units. That's stupid. All these are favorites. There's a lot of pick'em favorites, but they're all favorites. You can look down the list.
Exactly, the pick'em favorites. That's what.
Yeah, I mean, they're
and
favorites.
not we. These are your bets. So to be clear, every single bet on this screen, these are out. Like mine or mine, his or his. Our money actually went here. So we're not telling you what to do. We're telling you what we did. So this is what Jacob did. You can agree or disagree, but this is what he did with his actual money.
And I've hit 3 5-fight parlays before. I'm pretty sure. I think it's 3. So
Jacob's feast or famine.
I'm no stranger to hitting 5-fight parlays. And this second parlay, I absolutely love. So we both like Zalgas in the cop fight. And then I have my lock of the week thrown in there too. Jeremiah Wells for plus 690. And that's got to be a sign. That's a good sign there. Plus 690. I put a full unit on that. I love that. That's my underdog parlay. And I'm ready to make all this money.
Like I said, these are our actual bets. So let us know your actual bets. Sometimes, depending what they are, I'll tag along. Let us know what you think of these.
This feels like sorry to interrupt, but this feels like a card that I didn't really like placing a lot of bets on this because there's like a lot of favorites that I don't like, but there's a lot of big underdogs I don't love. I think this is going to be a fun card to live bet, right? In such close fights where we've given you guys the breakdowns to look for in each fight. Pull up that live bet and see if you see something that we talked about and place that live bet on the other side or whatever. I think that's an interesting way to play this card for sure.
Live bet's the way to go. My recommendation to you with live betting is literally have it up, have your phone on or laptop, have it ready to go, because they shut that down. If a fight starts moving too much in one direction, they will literally shut it down. So I've missed out on a lot of really nice bets with like 1 second because it took me that long to unlock my phone. So keep it open. Go to wewantpicks.com/bets. Make a deposit, sign up. I almost lost my tongue there. Sign up.
I thought you were doing like, let's get ready to rumble.
I don't know. I was like moving things on the screen. Anyway, wewantpicks.com/bets. Make a deposit. Let me know. I'll send you $50. If you have made a deposit and you let me know and I haven't responded to you yet, do it again. The response has been ridiculously like overwhelming. So I'm playing catch up. I'll get you paid. wewantpicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit. Let me know. $50. We'll see you guys on Saturday. Hopefully we'll be able to live stream. And if we do, we'll do a bunch of live betting. I'll have the odds on the screen. You guys can follow along. We'll see you on Saturday.